everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sheila Rusi. I'm so glad to be back with another video. And today I'm going to talk about something that most people think they know concerning marriage. People always think that marriage changes people. I'm one of those people that used to think marriage changes people. And if you're like me, I'm here to bust your bubble. Marriage is not supposed to change you, it's supposed to make you better. And what do I mean by change? Um, when you say someone has changed, it means that maybe their identity has changed, their persona has changed, and maybe their character and all that. And that's not true. Your marriage should not change your persona, it should not change your identity, or rather, this is what marriage does. It grows you. Marriage makes you grow, it makes you evolve, and it also makes you mature. So instead of change, we shall use those three words. There are many ways that marriage can make you grow or mature you up or evolve you, yeah? But I'm going to only share a few. Yeah, one of the ways that marriage will make you grow is your communication. Uh, for extroverts, maybe you're such a kind of person who shares everything with everyone. In marriage, you find out that there are things that you should share and there are things that you should keep between you and your spouse and God. So be prepared for that. You'll find that when you get married or during your preparation in your courtship, you find that God will caution you on what not to share with other people, not because of anything, but the main reason is, you're just growing and you're evolving and you're realizing that not everything is shareable. And if you're an introvert like me, you'll have to grow even the way you communicate. And part of maturity is that you will need to communicate with your spouse even when you don't feel like. And you need to listen to them even when you don't feel like. And personally, I'm one of those people that sometimes you just feel like I don't want to talk to someone, or I don't want to listen to anything or anyone speak right now. So one of the ways that you should expect is to always communicate. You will need to sit down and listen to your spouse even when you don't feel like. Sometimes you need to talk or communicate to your spouse when you don't feel like. And this is just because that's the way marriage is set up. You need to communicate, you need to listen to your spouse, you need to give feedback and all that so that you guys can move forward. Can you imagine a marriage where your spouse is not able to listen to you and you're also not able to listen to your spouse? Can you imagine such kind of a marriage? So there's a way that marriage will call you out to listen when you don't feel like listening to someone, when you're thinking someone should just shut up, like I need this house to be silent. Yeah, there are times you need to always communicate. Not times. You will always need to communicate to your spouse so that there is clarity and there are no conflicts. You're not misunderstood in any way concerning anything. Yeah. So expect to get out of your comfort zone and just listen. Be ready to listen to your spouse. Be ready to talk when you don't feel like. And that's what we call maturity. It's doing things when you don't feel like. And you're not pretending. I'm not talking about pretending. Yeah, stress is not the solution. You only need to adjust your mind, adjust yourself, and yeah, know that you need to be there for the other person. It's very important for us to understand that sometimes in marriage you might not always agree with your partner concerning a matter, and when that happens, you also have to be mature in how you handle it, and sometimes you will have to pray, and not just pray but to also be patient enough for your spouse to see the perspective, or to have a clear perspective of concerning that issue. So it's important for you to understand that you'll not always agree in certain issues, but there's always a way out. And that's why I said you guys need to always talk and talk and talk. You have to be ready to talk even when you don't feel like, and just be able to understand where the other person is coming from. And above all, when you've understood where they're coming from, it's part of maturity. Be patient with them and not try to force them to get your perspective. Yeah, or the other person should not force you either to get you their own perspective. So yeah, sometimes you'll have to pray, especially when you believe your perspective is actually the correct way to go, but they are not just getting it. Pray, but after you've prayed, be patient with your spouse, and when they come along, like when they start saying your perspective, yeah, then finally you can move on. For the Bible says two cannot walk together unless they agree. So yeah, you'll need to be patient for the other person to get your perspective, and then move forward as a couple. Another way that marriage will help you grow, or will make you grow and mature, is the way you react to things. Hey, there are things that you hear, there are things that you see someone do to you, and or even your spouse or your children, but you need to be mature enough not to let those things affect how you react to things, yeah, or how you behave towards your spouse. So there are things, be prepared to hear things or to see your spouse do things, but not allowing that thing to change the way you treat your spouse. So there are things that you hear, there are things that you hear, there are things that you see someone do, and you have to act up in a mature way, no matter how much your heart, or no matter how the other person hurt you by their actions, you need to react differently. So yeah, that's another way. Yeah, and expect some growth, expect some change when it comes to your marriage, and know that God is always there to help you, and it's all for your good. Marriage is supposed to make you grow, it's supposed to make you a better person, and just embrace the change, embrace the growth, embrace everything that is good that comes in marriage. So I hope this blesses you, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Also like the video, that if this has blessed you, like, so that you will be able to reach more people out there. And above all, may you learn and grow even as you prepare for your marriage. That's all for today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.